I mean, inside I was kind of like laughing. I thought it was really funny. But like people, you know, if you know, you're like, I'm from a completely different culture than tradition, like present day Americans. And so it was just like really, really funny to me. And also I had to like face the fact that, like, you know, this is reality. Like, this is what reality is, and like what do I want to do with myself? It was interesting, you know. Yeah. People started like keeping secrets and stuff, and I mean, nothing about me. It's just like people like had their own like separate lives, and I was just like the only person that was just like, something's weird. And so yeah, I had to like basically reroute. You know, like how on the Waves app it just like reroutes you. And I don't know. The other thing was like, I thought that, I mean, I kind of knew that my friend was sort of gay. Like, I think she was like bi. So she was like a lesbian. And like I just like, I had to stop hanging out with her because I didn't want to go that route, you know. Like, I'm like really, really introverted type of person. I'm like super conservative, and like, I mean, like everybody knows what that is, but when you're put into when you're like placed in, when you're just like dropped in basically to a world that is different from like what you're used to, then it just like makes you look like a target, you know. So you have to like, I had to like literally just hide it. Like, I was like, okay, people are getting all, and I'm just like not, you know, I'm just like not a sexual person. And like here in America, like that's what I realized was people are hypersexual. So, and I'm just like not. I'm like very like, you know, in the ninth grade, like I'm such a nerd too, but like in the ninth grade you start like kind of figuring out like what your career path is going to be. Like, that's what I was always thinking about, is what my teacher was telling me to. So you start thinking about like what your career path is going to be. And mine was always going to be medicine. So I definitely I didn't want to be put in a position where, you know, people were having like open, intimate relationships with one another, you know, forming boyfriends and girlfriends. I'm just not the type. So I had to like end like friendship with her. I was like, you know, it's okay that you're a lesbian. Like, you know, that aside, like, I still think you're a great person, but she wasn't able to really comprehend that. So I just, I actually did try to like make her like, you know, look past that and just like, not be like sexual towards me. But it wasn't going to be like that. And plus America is like a free country, and like, free spirited people, and like, I don't know if laissez-faire would fall into this, but, yeah. I don't know. Probably, now that I think about it. But, yeah. I just didn't want to be like put in a position, because like I've rejected boys all my life up until that point, and I didn't want to like, I don't know, it's kind of complicated. Like, I didn't want her to think that like I too was a lesbian. So yeah, I had to, I told my mom, I was like, yo, she gay. So don't be mad at me, or don't be like, telling me that I'm, like mean or something, because she's a lesbian, and there's no way that I'm gonna hang out with a lesbian. I mean, she is full, like, she is really, it's really like ingrained in there. So before that point, like, I thought we were friends. I had no idea that she had like, homosexual ideals or practices or whatever. So it was shocking to me. I had to quickly like pull myself out of that situation and be like, girl, we friends, bye. Because like, I don't see myself ever stopping being friends with somebody that was already that I was friends with, whether because now they're like a lesbian. So yeah, I don't know if you can relate to this. If you can, leave it in the comments. It was really sad because I thought she was like actually my friend, but I think there was a time when I looked back on it, I was like, dude, I think she was probably just hitting on me. So that was like kind of unfair. I felt betrayed. But then again, like, she was like gay the whole entire time, so I didn't really give a shit about her feelings, or if she felt like she was rejected by me or anything. I mean, low-key, after that point, I thought she was a bitch. But I would be like, what is the word? Like, whenever you see somebody in the grocery store and they just like try to talk to you, you still like keep to yourself as far as like what you know about that person. Her being a lesbian, you not being a lesbian and being straight. Like, just like, keeping your distance, but still trying to make amends, and the making of the amends just totally failing. But yeah, I had that resolve that she was in fact a bitch, and we were never friends, because that's how she made me feel, like we weren't like really, really friends, even though I thought that's what friendship was. But I guess not. I guess it's lesbianism. So kudos to be able to find yourself or whatever. And then like, I also sort of felt like when I started laughing at her, like I didn't want her to get the wrong idea either, because like, she wasn't like quite getting the fact that like I'm like straight. So I was like, I thought I knew you. Look at this. I have like so many, like I literally thought, because I thought that's how childhood friends work. So I really could not believe it. And I was like, I'm really not, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna stay away from you, because after that, like, I started to notice, it's kind of around the same time that she sort of had like this crowd of like women that were also like homosexual, and I was like, yo, I gotta stop hanging out with you because people are gonna think that I'm a lesbian and I need to find a man, you know, so I can procreate in this lifetime. I got 0. It's like one of those moments where you accidentally like burst out like how inappropriate, and you turn into like this parental figure like to someone that like you think you know, but then you like draw back, you know, you just pull back. It was so funny. I was like, what? I really have to like parent her on like not thinking that like I'm gay, you know, or that it's inappropriate to be like this. Yeah, it's the whole like Western thing, like my own offspring, and honey, you're not able to do that for me. But then I felt like that saying that would have been, because I didn't really say anything after, like, you know, this tension. But besides being totally not homophobic or anything, but like, you know, I didn't want to have to be the parent figure and trying to explain her this, or to sound stupid, because I think that's how it would have been, because she was also a woman and girls tend to like fight between one another. So I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm not gonna get into this with you, because if we were to have an argument, I would win anyways. And I don't want to win because I still want to be friends. But I'm glad that I stopped being friends with her, because it, you know, like, it's misleading, basically. Like, the whole entire time, for years, I was being, like, misled, and it's weird. And, like, yeah. I mean, I knew, like, that she probably was, like, bi. Like, I still wanted to be friends with her. Like, I'm not homophobic. But I literally, like, I wasn't going to, like, homophobic. I mean, bisexual or not. Like, I still, you know, didn't think that her and I were, you know, we're gonna be like in a relationship. So I figured she had like other lesbians that she knew that she could have a relationship with. So yeah. But I did try to make that clear. It did not come off clear to her, so yeah, but that just makes her an even bigger bitch. And yeah, so I don't know. After that, like, I just had to basically stop hanging out with anyone, because, like, I thought maybe she was, like, gonna be stalking me after that or something like that, or maybe stalking down my friends and trying to like hit on my friends, like anybody else, like new friends that I wanted to have like a friendship with. So, and like just kind of destroying my relationship with actual friends. And yeah, her mindset was just like really weird. Like I didn't know if she thought that maybe I was like I liked her or something. So yeah, and I mean, we were pre-pubescent, like little girls. Like it was impossible. But I've been fully straight like all the time, like always. I can see why somebody might think that maybe I was kind of gay because like I would only hang out with girls. Like in Islam, I mean, largely women are like separated from men all the time. And so like women have like their own like special corner and men have their own special corner that we kind of present to. So yeah, and I would always reject boys all the time, because I mean, being heterosexual, I still wasn't, it's not allowed in my family for me to like come home with a boy. Like that ain't never gonna happen. Like you just settle down, like you find a suitor and you marry them, and that's all. Like I wouldn't like just have like a bunch of hot like guys like hanging around. I would never like hang out with boys like that to have like any kind of anyways. So yeah, and maybe she perceived it as me just maybe being a lesbian like her, and she just was too shy to ask or something, because I would never hint at the fact that I was. And like if she ever like would try to touch me or something, again, trying to be friendly to the Western culture, like try to even embrace me or breathe the same air like too close to me or something, I would just be like, hey, listen, and just tell them like right away, like it's never gonna happen, and I will fucking take your ass down. Like if you touch me, I will grab your arm and pull your ass to the ground and pin your ass to the ground and make sure that after that. Like I became really strong. It's just like me like not wanting to be around strangers and stuff. So yeah, and me being like super picky about who I am friends with. So oh well. I got some more Cocoa Puffs. Anyways, everyone, I'm gonna close the vlog. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys on the next vlog. Like my wanting to go into the medical field, like all my entire life, I would sometimes make jokes, and I thought she wanted to do the same sort of career. Maybe she wanted to go into nursing. That was not the case at all. I was like completely blindsided. What do you call it? It's like, Hunty, you ain't got it in you. So like the slightest thing would make her think that I was, I guess, gay. It's anti-Semitic, and I hate repeating myself. And yeah, I had to do that a lot with this girl. Really, really, like, she would always, like, I was just like a nice person, you know, so she would just like always walk next to me, but like I was always like indicative that of the fact that, like, dude, I'm not gay. Like, I would always just say, like, dude, I'm not, like, I would never say that, but I would just be like kind of standoffish around her because I know that they're homosexual people. So I'm aware of this, and I thought I was like really intelligent in 5th grade. But anyways, but like, I also, like, on top of that, I've always like just hung out with my brother and my brother's friends. So anybody that he wasn't cool with, like, I would have to be like, no. And the one time that I was like, hey, you know, I wonder what would happen, you know, so, and that was the product. And so I immediately regretted that ever happening, and can't take it back now. But yeah, it sucks, you know. I don't know, I guess accidents happen, or I was just a kid. But anyway, that's a huge, major regret for me. I think it completely threw me off of my rails growing up. And like, yeah, but I may be inclined to hit you in the face.